You already know what time it is. One shot of espresso, regular coffee. Fall's in the air, man. It feels good. Got the sweater on, a little chill in the air. I like feeling the change in these seasons. And there's seasons in life just as well as seasons related to weather and sunlight and stuff that we go through throughout the year, right? And there's seasons in life. You hear people who are further along on the journey talk about this a lot. And something I want to talk to you about today is how you can find gratitude in the moment that you're in and still focus on being a high achiever or, showing up in life as an elite performer in anything that you're doing. One of the biggest challenges for people is to be content and grateful for what they have right now while still striving to achieve at a higher level. I think a lot of people get in the habit of thinking to themselves, oh, I'll be happy when, right? Like, I'll be happy when my business is successful. I'll be happy when I'm out of debt. I'll be happy when the kids get a little older and I can get some more time back. I'll be happy when I have, that 7 figures in my bank account. I'll be happy when. And we get in this constant, mindset of like putting the future on a pedestal and overlooking what we have in the present moment. But the present moment is all that we have. And this moment right here that you're in is absolutely necessary and critical in order for you to achieve those lofty goals you have. And not just that, but these moments right here are just as good or if not better than the future moments, because you don't know what the future has in store for you. You don't know that if you hit that 7 figures, you're actually going to be more miserable or more ungrateful or less purpose driven than you are right now. A lot of times people think the future and these things that we think we need are going to create the feeling that you're after, because it's a feeling that we're all after. It's not the money, it's not the success, it's not the things, right? It's not this future date. It's the way you're feeling, and the way you're talking about your life creates that feeling. So what if I told you that right here, right now, you could have the most grateful, blissful moment of your life simply by reframing the way you talk to yourself about your life? And the way I know this is because I had some of the happiest moments of my life in a prison cell with nothing. And the way I was able to cultivate this internal state was by training my mind to block out the things that I had no control over. A lot of times we start obsessing over stuff that's far beyond our reach, or it's already in the past and there's nothing we can do about it. And we create a lot of internal discord and strife because we're trying to focus on things, or we're trying to change things that we can't change. So we're focusing on things that we can't change, and we're thinking about things that we can't change. So it creates something called cognitive dissonance, right? It's basically like internal strife. It's this stress response that we have. And so when you experience that, you're not able to tap into gratitude that you possess in the moment. Like right now, I'm breathing, I'm alive. Like I got to sip this coffee right here, I have eyes, I can see colors. I have beautiful children I'm going to go home right now and greet. Like I have my wife, like I have this beautiful sunshine. I have this amazing moment in time right now that I've worked so hard to create. How am I going to overlook this moment that I've worked so hard to create? This moment that I dreamt of, this moment that I wanted so badly, and put the future on a pedestal, like this future scenario, this future outcome, these future results, when the future is not promised and those results aren't guaranteed to make me feel the way I already feel right now. What you have to realize is gratitude in your internal state is something you must focus on cultivating moment to moment, day to day. Just because I was grateful yesterday for what I have doesn't mean I'm going to wake up today feeling grateful, right? Over time, you train your mind to be this way and it's more likely, but you still have to put in the work to create that internal state. You still have to put in the work to elevate your internal state so you can tap into that gratitude and you're not thinking about the things that you don't have. So for somebody watching this, a couple things I want to point out to you. If you're reflecting or thinking about or dwelling on the past too frequently, it's going to create negative internal emotions. You're probably going to have regret, remorse, shame, guilt, something about the past that you wish you would have done differently that you can't change now. It doesn't matter how much you obsess over it, how much you think about it, how much you talk about it, you can't change the past now. You can learn from it and ensure that you don't make the same mistakes or do the same things over and over in the present, because that's what we call insanity, but you can't go back and change it. So why are you going to spend time dwelling on it? This was the first lesson I learned in prison. My past was over. The regret I experienced, it was a pain, it was a scar on my heart that I could use to remind me of what not to do going forward in the future, but I could no longer go back and change it. So I was sitting in my cell each and every day feeling depressed, feeling horrible about the way I chose to live my life, making excuses, holding back, letting these opportunities pass me by, living carelessly, all the things I talked to you guys about what not to do. I did all those things. That's how I know, firsthand experience, right? And that regret ate me alive. But I came to a point where I realized I can't fucking change the past. And I can't sit here and just dwell in my misery over the things I didn't do and let this present moment pass me by. So I was being confronted by depression and, gloom and sorrow on one front. Then on the other front, it was anxiety about the future. What's going to happen to me? What's the future going to be like? Am I going to be in prison for the rest of my life? What if I never get out? All this anxiety and stress. Now, your stress about the future doesn't have to be about something negative like mine. A lot of people do worry and concern themselves over things that haven't happened yet. But also a lot of people, what they do is they tell themselves, oh, when I get to this point, I'll be happy. When I get that house, when I get that partner, when I get that money, when I get that raise in my job, when I get that promotion, when. And you're literally saying, I'm not grateful for what I have right now, but if I get those things, I'll feel the way I want to feel. That's the message you're sending to your brain. But the fact of the matter is there's things in your life right now that you should be immensely grateful for. Just the fact that you're alive and breathing another day is a gift, right? But you have to recognize that where you're at in this present moment is going to serve you to achieve those things, that vision, that calling in your heart that you have. Like this moment right here is just as important as the final outcome or the achievement or the goal that you want to have. Like that goal cannot be attained without this present moment. Therefore, you should love this present moment and love who you are right now, because this person right now and these moments right now are making that possible. Right? If you're somebody that wants to achieve at a high level, that's okay. If you have this calling in your heart to serve, to impact, to create, to do, right? That's okay. That's how I am. But I'm never going to overlook the moment I have and put my future on a pedestal, right? I tell you guys all the time, my vision, my calling is to be the most impactful speaker and coach on this entire fucking planet. Like that's my mission. But I'm not going to sit here and feel bad about where I'm at in my life right now. I'm not going to sit here and put my future on a pedestal and compare myself now to that person and feel bad about who I am today. I'm grateful that I'm here today striving to be that person. I'm grateful today that I got up early and took action to align to that person. I'm grateful today that my thoughts, my vision, my words, and my behaviors align to that person. And I'm grateful today for what I have in this moment on the journey. This moment, because guess what? There's going to come a time in the future where I have more success, more money, more influence, more impact, more clients, whatever it is. And I'm going to look back on these moments right here and think, damn, those were the moments, man. Your kids were little. You were just so in touch with your purpose. You were so happy to be alive. Like people get successful or more money, and they're actually more miserable because they stop tapping into that internal gratitude and love and desire to be that person that they first started out with. So in fact, I could actually look back on this moment one day in the future and think, damn, those were the happiest days of my life. If I lose sight of what's important, if I lose this perspective I'm sharing with you now, if I start putting the material things and the money and the success on a pedestal, which I never will. And that's why I show up here and I share with you guys what I'm discussing today, because it's my form of being accountable. It's my form of articulating what I'm going through on my journey. And I know that this message is going to resonate with somebody watching this right here, right now. So the message, you guys, Andre, I'll get my biggest fuck up. I'm sharing with you my biggest fuck up. It's going through moments in my day not being immensely grateful for what I have. And I have to pull myself back into the present and remind myself that this is an essential part or step on your journey. And this is just as important as that end result, that calling in your heart, those ambitious goals you have. This moment is all I have. This is the most precious, beautiful moment of my life, right here, right now. And when I train my mind to be grateful and be in the moment and align my thoughts and my actions to this calling in my heart, to my goals, to the final outcomes that I want to achieve, then I am in complete, serenity. Then I'm in complete tranquility. Then I'm in complete alignment. And internally, I'm feeling at peace. That's the ticket and the secret to internal peace and enlightenment. It's being able to be immensely grateful for where you're at in this moment and be fully present in that conversation, right? Listening to somebody in that endeavor, like pour yourself into that task, give your best, find that flow state. And when you can do that and your thoughts and your daily actions align to your greater outcomes and goals that you want to achieve in life, you will find that internal peace that is like nothing else. And I was able to tap into this energy and cultivate it in a prison cell. Like every day when I started training my mind to block out the past and ignore the future and be in the moment, the next step was to pour myself into every endeavor that aligned me to the person I wanted to be. It was about creating the person that I wanted to be. It wasn't about the goals. It wasn't about the final outcome. It wasn't about the end result. It was just about the person I was cultivating in the moment. So I was in the moment, being my best self. My thoughts and my actions were aligned to being my best self. If you show up every day and you're able to block out the past, block out the future, be present in the moment, and make sure that your thoughts and your daily actions align to the person you strive to become, your best self, the results take care of themselves. And you will consistently move forward in your life. You consistently elevate every facet of your life, your business, your finances, your relationships, your health, your mindset. And all the while you'll be able to tap back in or keep or cultivate that peace within, that gratitude within, so that you're not just chasing the money. You're not one of those people just chasing success. Those people burn out. You're not one of those people that just finding joy in material things, right? That joy is fleeting. It's not real. You'll be one of those people that is a purpose-driven individual that's truly grateful and blissful for what you have now, and people can feel that. Right? People can feel that. And you're not putting the future on a pedestal. You're not saying, oh, I'll be happy when. You're happy now. You're your best self now. You're living the dream life now. You're cultivating the outcomes you want now. And when you start to tap into the now and be the person now that you want to become, everything else takes care of itself. So I hope someone here needed to hear this message. The message is this: you can't control the things outside of your control. Don't focus on the past. Don't dwell on the past. Don't obsess over the future. Make sure that your thoughts and actions today in this moment align to becoming your best self, because that's going to push you towards that future that you want to achieve. But don't overlook the present for the future. The future isn't promised. The future isn't guaranteed to be better than now. But now you're alive. In this moment, you are right where you need to be to move towards your goals, to move towards those outcomes you want. Be in this moment. Give your all to this moment. Love this moment. Show up as your best self in this moment. Give more effort to this moment. And realize that you have everything you need, everything that you should have in this moment. And you are truly blessed. And be grateful for what you have today. Align your thoughts and your actions to that life that you aspire to live in your best self. Create that motherfucker now and show up with that gratitude and share it with the world. I love you guys. I hope someone watched this and it hit them in their heart where it needed to. If you want to reach out to me and talk privately, go ahead and DM me the word unstoppable or drop it in the comments below. Let's go.
There's so much more for you to tap into. You have so much more to give. You have so much strength. You have more resolve, more resiliency. You are made for more. Can't you see it? I know you feel it. I know when you go to bed at night, you question and wonder, is there more for me? Can I achieve more? Why am I holding back? This is the chance right now to let go of your limitations, to believe in the person you want to be, not the one you settled for. Click the link and join my program. I promise I'll walk with you side by side and show you the way. Let's take action right now to be the man that you want to be. No more excuses. This is for you and your family right now. Let's go. There's so